Everyone wants to change. Change is good. It is uncomfortable, but we all want change, right? We want something better. We want a brighter future. Everything that is good, we want that. But then you find yourself being stuck in an endless loop and holding your phone again, scrolling endlessly, hours and hours, scrolling through TikTok videos, a lot of things. It's as if nothing is really changing. Like every single day that you spend, even though that you want to change, nothing is really changing in your life. Like, what is the problem? But that is the first step, right? Recognizing that you want to change something. Because if you are feeling that feeling, then subconsciously speaking, there must be something or someone inside you that's saying that, oh, hey, you are meant for bigger things, right? If you already had that conversation with yourself, then congratulations, because that is the first step. This is not a webinar, okay? This is just how I speak. Today, let's talk about dreams and how you can start doing something that will change your life. If you're working right now and you're burnt out, or maybe you're still studying and you already feel stressed out, you need to reignite that fire again. Just this time, try thinking that anything is possible. Start writing down your dreams on a paper, on a notebook, wherever you want to put it. Just start writing it down. And let's just say that you actually wrote it down. Now, let me tell you what will happen next. Tell yourself the dreams can wait, but these daily tasks that I have right now, they cannot wait. You have so many roles to fulfill. You need to be a daughter, you need to be a student, you need to be a wife, you need to be a coworker. It's just really pressuring because it feels like we are in a pressure cooker trying to fulfill so many roles in just one day, and we need to compose ourselves because we cannot break down. And it is understandable why you're going to push back your dream. But that is the thing. You need to start acting like your dreams cannot wait. You need to make every day count. I know it sounds so ideal, but even though you're just making 1% progress every single day, progress is progress, growth is growth. And this is why I am convincing you that you need to start small, but you need to dream big. Okay, let's do the math. Let's say you read 1 page per day. I have a book here, right? This Daily Stoic, okay? So this book encourages you to read 1 page per day. That's why when you open this book, there are dates. Okay, so let's say this is February 12. Can you see that? And this is February 13. And the author is not asking you to read this book in just one sitting. It's just encouraging you to read 1 page per day. So let's say I do it, and I am doing it consistently. If I read 1 page per day, in a week, it's going to be 7 pages. In a year, it's going to be 365 or 366 if there's a leap year. In 1 year, I'll be able to finish this book. Okay, I know that sounds stupid, right? But do you see the compound effect? If you do small things every single day, you're going to achieve something at the very end. Compound effect is real. Or here's another example, if that's too cliche. Let's say that you saw a person that's really successful and you're going to tell yourself, oh, this person is really successful. I want to be rich as well. I want to be successful as him. But you don't have any idea how many days and years he spent working on himself to be that person, right? It's not just one day. It's the small things combined together that made him that person. And that's why he's attracting all the right things, all the right energies, because he only needs to start. And with time, with effort, with practice, he can master his craft. But we have to work on our mindset that not everything can happen overnight. But we need to act like we're trying to make things happen today. Because if you have dreams, you need to start thinking what kind of person do you need to build in order to achieve that dream. Like what does he do? What kind of content does he consume? What does he do in a day? Is he spending 5 hours scrolling through TikTok? Is everything that you're doing right now should contribute to the bigger picture, because if it doesn't make sense if you're doing something and that doesn't contribute to the big picture. Okay, let's have another example. Let's say you are talking with someone right now, maybe a potential lover. You text this person every single day, and one day this person might just ask you, "Hey, what's your intention with me?" Because we've been talking for a year. And if you don't have intentions with that person, then you don't need to text that person every single day because you might send a wrong signal or wrong message, right? So if there is something that you're doing every single day, you have to ask, is this contributing to my growth? Or is this part of the bigger picture or my dream? Is this contributing something? Because if it's not, then you have to get rid of that. Another thing is you need to be a completely different person. I'm not saying that you need to get rid of your old friends, get rid of, all these things that you're doing right now. All I'm just saying is you need to keep improving. You need to continuously learn. You need to get rid of the bad habits because those are the things that are dragging you down, that's slowing you down. You might think that social media is free, right? You get to consume content for free. You're not being asked to pay for something to watch something really funny. But if you think thoroughly, it costs you your attention. Actually, I tried, doing dopamine detox. So I stopped using social media for 2 weeks straight. And I just compared my performance. Okay, let's say I did this in January. For the first 2 weeks of January, I'm using social media for about like 2 to 3 hours per day because I'm, continuously creating content and just always checking my apps like to see what's new, what's the update with my friends. And then one day I just challenged myself of no social media strictly for another 15 days and let's see or like let's compare. And the results it was really crazy because when I stopped using social media, I'm not encouraging you to stop using social media, but you have to define, the things that are eating most of your time and you need to get rid of them or maybe minimize the usage or whatever. So, what I found out in my results, because I have a habit tracker, I track everything down, like how many hours did I sleep, how many hours did I exercise, how many hours did I read, how many pages did I read. I track all of those things, and in a month I review them. So I compared the first 2 weeks and I found out in my data that I have spent more hours sleeping when I wasn't using any social media. I have been going more often to the gym when I wasn't using social media. I was able to read 3 books in 2 weeks compared to the two books per 2 weeks. The impact was really huge because I felt like I was present, like 100% whenever I was talking with people. I just feel that I am there 100%. I'm not, holding my phone, just scrolling. Is there a notification? Did I receive a message from this person? No, I just really stopped. I just really stopped doing that. And since I was visiting the gym every single day, I went to the gym like 15 times. Well, my goal was 20, but I was able to hit 15 times out of 20, and that's kind of good. I just realized, that most people are talking with one another, but they're holding their phones. I don't know, but it feels like they're not in that present moment, but maybe they're bored, right? And that's understandable. But it just seems like it's, raw, subconsciously speaking, if that happens every single day, if you can check your screen time, you will see that you're spending, whoa, 7 hours using your phone every single day, spending 3 hours on this. If you spend that, 3 hours on something else, then maybe it will get you closer to your dreams. Now, I'm not saying that you need to detach yourself like completely, but like manage it, like calculate your time in a day and maybe outsmart time or trick time that you can allocate more time to this activities, so on and so forth. I have learned as well, we all have 24 hours, right? A millionaire has 24 hours, a normal person has 24 hours. Everybody, we all have 24 hours in a day. But sometimes I ask myself, how do the successful people spend their day? Because it's just really sparking my curiosity. How do they manage their day? How do these people become really, really successful? And how do they manage their time? That's just really my question. And then, yeah, I read so many books, I read so many things. I tested it as well because I wanted to make sure if it's really, and it boils down to improving yourself. Because when you work on yourself, you feel better, you feel confident, you can depend on yourself that you can do these small things That's why you can take on bigger things, because you have tested yourself that, I was able to read 5 books in a month. And when I just observed it, these people are spending most of their time improving on themselves. Some people do great at their jobs, right? But you need to work harder on yourself. You need to become better in a sense that you are continuously learning, you are acquiring more knowledge, you are competent. Because when you do those things, you become more confident enough to take more on the bigger things that's going to come. And you need that. We all have different definitions of success. So I cannot just say that we need to compare ourselves to one another. No, we don't need to do that, because I am playing a different game. This person is playing a different game as well, is doing it for a bigger purpose. I'm doing it on another purpose. So we're just all different. So we cannot compare ourselves to one another. And don't ever believe people who are telling you that you are not successful, because it varies. Let's say you want to be successful, and your own definition of successful, you need to start writing down your habits. You need to start tracking them. And that's how you're going to start small, by paying attention to the little things that you're doing. And if you observe yourself that you were consumed, let's say for a brief 5 minutes or 10 minutes, let's say you didn't realize the time, you were enjoying so much, you were probably playing or listening to something very entertaining. You need to have that sense of feeling of awareness, and you need to talk with yourself and ask yourself, oh hey, what was that feeling that consumed me? What was that thing that consumed me? You need to be aware of those little things, even though they're just brief 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Because if you let it happen over and over again, you're not going to notice that you're doing that for an hour now, for 2 hours, and then you're spending 7 hours on phone. And yeah, that's just a lot of hours in a day. And all I'm saying is we need to make time for ourselves. We need to make time for our dreams. No one's going to help us at the end of the day. No one's going to be there for us to start making our dreams happen. We owe it to ourselves, right? And just think about your potential. Wouldn't you want to see yourself achieving these things? I'm not saying that you need to have so many titles in your name. I'm not saying you need to be rich or you need to have so much money, but just think about the person that you can become, that better version of you, that person that you've always wanted to be, but it seems like an impossible task. Start working on that person because of so many things that you're doing. Decide on your habits and commit to them. I don't know. I don't know. It could be as simple as reading a book, making up your bed, eating on time, eating properly, exercise for 30 minutes, 1 hour a day. I don't know. We all have different habits that we want to work on and that we want to practice. Because if you can do it for 30 days, you can do it for 60 days, you can do it for 90 days. And if you can do it for 90 days, that will become your lifestyle. I know some of you might say, those are really boring tasks. Like, how is it going to help me become better? How is it going to help me be rich? That doesn't really involve selling products or anything. How would it contribute to money? And I think the answer to that is right now, you don't deserve it. Right. We don't deserve the things that we want in the future. If we're not showing up as that person. You have to realize that if we want to deserve the bigger things, we need to work on the small things first so that we can depend on ourselves and trust ourselves that we are ready to commit to the bigger things, because we were able to do all these small things every single day without pause. You need to realize that in order for you to deserve the bigger things in life, you need to continuously show up as a person who deserves that. So yeah, I think it's a really long conversation, but and I guess for today, I just really want to start something because I've been thinking of creating YouTube videos since 2018, since 2019. I even bought, lights, cameras. I have everything I need right now, but I am still not shooting videos because I'm always waiting for the perfect time to arrive. And I just realized that, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just going to record it on Zoom. I'm just gonna trim all the dull moments and then create it as a and publish it as a YouTube video. You know, we don't need to wait for the perfect moments. We need to create it. We always need to make the most out of now. And that's why I look like this, because I just had my birthday celebration and I just thought about a lot of things in my head and I just couldn't contain it. I said that, you know what? I'm going to start recording myself. May have not prepared a script right now like other YouTube content creators, but I promise that with time and effort, with dedication, I'm gonna keep creating even though they're not perfect. I know over time I will be able to master this craft, this YouTube content thing. But for now, I think I just really want to start something. I'm on my day one on YouTube. So before I go, I just want to tell you that if you're the person who loves the journey rather than the destination, yeah, you will experience so much struggle, so much pain. One day you feel like you're just gonna give up. You will question yourself a lot of times. You will doubt yourself. You are going to break. Ask yourself, is it really worth it? Can I really do it? You will fail a lot of times. Maybe more than you can imagine. But the important thing is you will get up a lot of times too. That will be your main edge over those people who just love the destination. Man who loves the process will always get up no matter what the situation is. He will always try even if there is nothing in front of him to believe in. Be the person who loves the process. It's not going to be easy, I tell you. You're going to cry a lot of times. You're going to break a lot of times. You're going to lose some people along the way. Your family will doubt you. Your friends will not support you. But if the things that you're going to do will contribute to your growth, all those negative things that I just mentioned won't even matter. Why? Because you are growing. You're becoming a different person. And not just different, but better. And if you operate like that, you will always be one step closer to your dreams. So I forgot to introduce myself. I am Julia. I am an entrepreneur and I am a marketer. And I am not here as a coach. I'm not here as a mentor. I am not here as a guru. I'm just here as your friend, encouraging you to start your day one. Don't keep saying one day you'll do this. Start with day one. Start with day one. If you can do it today, you can do it tomorrow. If you can do it tomorrow, you can do it the next day. If you can do it the next day, you can do it in a week, you can do it in a month, and you will do it in a year. Okay? And that starts with you. No one will help you out, even though you buy, so many courses out there. You buy a personal trainer, you get a coach, you know, they're not really going to make an impact on you if you don't let them. You're not going to make a difference if you don't start working on yourself. So I think this is really the first step. Like, wake up. Just wake up and you need to start thinking why you are avoiding things that will contribute to your dreams. So yeah, that's probably it. This is my first video. I don't know what will happen in the next video. Probably won't have so much on my face because I just got home for my birthday celebration and I just thought of this and I thought this is the perfect time. I mean, there's no perfect time to do it. I'm just going to do it now. And then I'll have a lot of mistakes. I might say a lot of things that might not make sense, but with time and practice, I will always strive to be better than who I was yesterday.